Hey guys, so it has been a hot minute since I really posted a video. It's been like 3 days, which is really rare for me, so I've just been doing live streams and whatnot. We're heading up to the shop now. So the transmission should be here next week, sometime by like the end of the week-ish. So we'll have the truck all thrown back together and whatnot, but right now it does run and drive. So I went and got 60-pound valve springs on order. I went and got 4K governor springs and even head studs on order for the VGT turbo and the 18 degrees of timing. We got a bunch of good things on order, and while we're waiting on parts and we're waiting on the new project truck to show up, I kind of want to let you guys know. So we got a really big turbo to throw on the truck today, the VGT. This turbo, I think they're around like 1,300 bucks just for the turbo, and the manifold itself is about 500 or 600 bucks. So yeah, fun. I already had it laying around, so I've already spent that money on it. And then we're gonna make a mechanical controller for it and get the exhaust brake working. But M had mentioned to me that yes, you will 100% want 60-pound valve springs, which makes sense. So I'm just like, you know what, I'll just bite the bullet and buy the stuff. It's like, it sucks to spend the extra $1,000, but it's not a big deal. So my new truck should be here on Friday. The plan with that, I know I've said on the live stream what the plan's gonna be, but basically right here is where I'm gonna centralize that. So the new truck's coming. It's a running and driving truck. It is a barn find, even though it was in a field. I own it, it's paid off, title in hand deal. So that truck is gonna get built for when I get a CDL, because it's a true 3500 and it has an 11.5 GVWR. I don't have to worry about it being a 2500 with a dually swap, so I don't have to worry about that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna take the running and driving transmission out of that, put it in my truck, and then I'm gonna get a transmission and a 12 valve actually done up for the new truck. So 100%, that's what we're doing. And it financially makes sense because I'm selling the common rail out of it, and the common rail is going to fund the 12 valve swap and the NV5600 build. So that's kind of my logic there. I'll still get to run paper logs, and I'll get the higher GVWR, and I don't have to worry about people telling me that I'm going over my GVWR anymore, which is gonna be great. So I will run the black truck up until I get my CDL, and then I'll just rotate them. So it's kind of how we're gonna do it. New truck has about 250,000 miles on it, and the engine has about 130. I think with the parts we'll be able to get off of that, and we won't need. It also has an edge tuner, so if anybody wants any of that stuff, I'm gonna be selling the stuff that isn't needed, and then we're gonna start getting on a 12 valve swap, which will really, I think, help out, because I did the 12 valve swap videos before, but I could do a lot better of a job on the 12 valve. So first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna get in the shop. We're gonna replace this little heater thing on the CRV because I'm tired of not having heat. It doesn't work in the cold, it only works when it's warm outside. So that's annoying, so that's getting replaced, and I'll have heat, and then we'll start tearing into the truck. And I got the turbo elbow back there, so HE351 VE VGT turbo. I can't wait to throw this thing on and have an exhaust brake, and I feel like it'll be a good match for what we're gonna do. The truck should be capable of like 450 horse and maybe over 500 if we were to do injectors and whatnot. And then I'm gonna dial it back so that way I don't blow the clutch out of it. So I'll be able to like just put the stock fuel plate, like, or I'll probably just get AFC Live, to tell you the truth. So AFC Live to dial it back to like 300 horsepower. And yeah, because that new clutch is not gonna hold, but I don't need it to hold anything more than that. I wanna know that it'll be able to make a certain amount, but we're not gonna try to push over it. So that's my rant at the beginning of this video. Let's get to the shop. Appreciate you guys for sticking around. Let's go. So according to YouTube, you gotta take off all this stuff, you know, the undersides and all that stuff. And I did all of that, you know, to get access to the side screws to pull this off, just to realize that nobody ever actually put the side screws in, and this is literally just held in with clips. That would have been nice to know, but we'll see if we have heat now. Let's see. Turn that on. Oh, look at that. We have heat. Sweet. Yeah, this one here, if it was cold outside, it would just not work at all. Nothing. Give you nothing. All right, gonna quickly apologize for the lighting, but we got this done. So this has heat, so I'm gonna go out now. I got all of this stuff is going on. Hopefully today, I got a new radiator I gotta go get. It's like 300 bucks. I just finalized the order on the head studs. So those should be here by the 26th is what it said. The 60-pound valve springs and the 4K governor springs should be here sooner. But I went and ordered, I'll show you guys over here, a elbow, because what I ended up having to do with the HE 341, I took the elbow off of that turbo and I welded it onto my 341. So, because you can't, with a 341 has a smaller downpipe. So I went and ordered this, and hopefully it's the right size. I don't know. Okay, that looks promising. Cool. So we'll be able to throw this guy on here. This was expensive. This was like $100 just for that used elbow. So we'll get rid of that box and go get the radiator. Boom, we'll have a running, driving truck. A handful of you guys said keep this bumper. I was gonna keep this bumper anyway. The other bumper that's sitting outside for this truck and this truck here, basically this truck has a bad frame and this truck had a bad body, so flip-flop, yada yada. That's the whole deal with that. But that's where we got the bumpers from. We have a gray one and a blue one. And I think I'm gonna take that sport bumper and throw it on my white truck, because I already have this bumper for the black truck, so we'll make it work. But like I said, let's go get this radiator, go out and make sure our heat works and everything. Start this thing up. Probably need to get gas today. And we'll get out of here. By the way, guys, I am 99% positive we have this thing sold finally. So we're gonna spend some money today. YouTube check just came in today, so we're not gonna move that over. But yeah, so we get this sold, and so I'm gonna try to like go through all the quirks, make sure everything's okay. The only thing I think wrong with it is just this window doesn't go down. So not a super big deal, but Cat should be in. Let's see if we can't get up this hill. We got it. I've been sitting here for about like 10 minutes getting gas. Natalie is at $4.06 a gallon for gasoline, 87. I was able to watch an entire video, a YouTube video, while I'm waiting for my gas to fill. Like, this pump is so slow. I've been here for like 10 minutes. You guys can see it's at $38 now, and took us some time to get here. All right, we got the radiator back there. I'm kind of disappointed. I didn't think that it was gonna be as thin as it was. So it was like $300, $308 for everything, which it's not a big deal, but just to get the truck back on the road. But I don't like the new radiator. I hate how cheap they're making these new parts, and then still charging an arm and a leg for them. Like, I don't know. We'll see if it works. I'll definitely give you guys my review, but basic goal is get the truck back up and running. And, you know, we'll get back to work at some point, but, you know, we're still at least making money in the shop, working on other things and whatnot. So let's just keep her going. All right, so I got to get the truck down here. We're gonna have to do this really steep slide. So we'll bring the truck down. Today it'll officially be running and driving, and I'm hoping we get time to do the turbo, because my brother's actually gonna be coming. We got brand new tires for his truck. They should be here today. So hopefully here today. If they're not, whatever, we'll do them tomorrow. But he's got a shitload of stuff coming, and I want to make a mention that that little red truck is going to be getting a ton of work. Like, we're not done with it just because of the things that we've already done with it. So it needs gaskets, it needs a rear main seal, it needs a transmission at some point. So we'll see if this thing wants to fire. Yeah, so let's see. You guys look at this radiator. This one's way thicker, so I don't know. We'll see if she fires up. I don't really think I'm gonna have to put air in the bags just to get it to go. So I'll fill the bags up quick, and then we'll get it down to there. Probably one of the more sketchier things I'm done. I don't really want to start it, so I'm just gonna end up coasting it backwards, because it's not like it has power steering or power brakes anyway. So I'll just coast it down there. We'll throw some air in the bags and go from there, I guess. Oh yeah, right into the mirror. All right, getting the radiator swapped out now. Everything is drained. There was actually still some in there. So we got that, and then the other radiator sitting right there. So let's get this thing pulled out. Oh, here's the old one. This thing's needed replaced for a while, so I'm not like super mad about it. But at the same time, it's like it does kind of suck that this is what I'm stuck with replacing it with. So 300 bucks, not too bad, I guess. Made in China, garbage, but whatever. All right, new radiator also comes with, you know, all the clips and everything, so you can throw all the other stuff out. But it's, I don't know if it will actually fit, so we'll try it. But I need to get all those little connector clips off of there as well. We'll see if we reuse this or not. All right, it's back on. You know, is what it is. I see a couple little fins up there I don't like, but we're gonna throw the fan back on, throw this one in the scrap pile, and we'll go from there. I hate those spring-loaded clamps, but it's all good. Now we'll top her off with coolant. Hopefully there's no leaks. You guys can see got that nice fitting down there from Lowe's. So that works a lot better than the factory one, and hopefully doesn't leak like the factory one. So let's get going. All right, we got the little red truck back here. Holy hell, what you got going on here? Got some new rubbers.
Hey,
Actually,
this thing was sitting on its side in the back. I don't know how it made it.
Hey, that's his. I don't know, man. Cooper Discovery. Yeah, these are what I run on my trailer, and they've been really good. So 235, 85, 16. Not the size. They look pretty skinny. But whatever, you know, run them one time and then maybe swap the 17th. How is it?
What do you mean?
After I did the work to it and you got it back, how is it?
At least double. It's awesome.
Everybody was doubting it. No, push the fuel plate back, do the AFC tuning.
That beats the Koya, and I'm just beating Camrys on the highway. I fucking love it.
You said it was spinning fifth on the highway with these shitty tires?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
In the rain?
Yeah, I don't know, man. You sent me a text last night saying
I don't know about fifth.
Something about spinning fifth on the highway accidentally because yeah, these tires are going. So these are really bad. So the first thing he did was order brand new tires. They finally came in. So you got the weights for them, right? So other than that, yeah. So you have a billet tappet cover coming too, don't you?
Tomorrow.
Billet tappet cover coming tomorrow. So unfortunately, I get to tear into this, but
I'm gonna help you.
the truck will run today, so I'll be able to drive it out of the shop. It's got coolant, it's got oil, but I can't do the valve adjustment until the new head studs come in. What? Carry what? I didn't order anything. It was for you and him.
Carry this.
What, his teeth?
I got you one of these, and I got
that really just... Wow.
It was chill on the side back there.
All right. Well, yeah. So CRV should be sold. It has heat now.
Brought him a jump pack and everything.
Oh yeah. You owe him a jump pack. So Josh broke his jump pack.
I'm not buying him a jump.
All right. We're gonna see if it starts. Let's see if it starts. You know. You want to bet? I'll hold it to the floor. All right, it's getting held to the floor. Oh, is there a fire? That's right. Yeah, we need a battery terminal. I forgot about that.
You're smoking. There's fire. Damn it.
No, it's the The battery terminal. We'll get her. We'll get her. Something just blew out there. Saw something just shoot up. See if it starts. Yeah, starters. Oh, we need a battery terminal. Yeah, we're melting that terminal, so we'll get another one of them. All right, just to get it going, we had one of these temporary battery terminals here and this one here, but obviously like that side has the OEM ones and that's what I want to go with. So they're on order, just gotta wait for them. All right, here's this guy here. So we're gonna start taking that apart. And I had to buy one specifically that had the clamp because I could not find many that didn't, or that did. So yeah, I'm gonna get this cleaned off. Like, we'll start making this thing look a little bit nicer because this is like unacceptable. You ought to grease that wheel up a little bit. So you ought to degrease that wheel a little bit. What'd you get? What kind of parts you got? What'd you get? What's in that box?
I got corrosion inhibitor.
Oh goodness.
I'm gonna spray it on fucking.
This guy orders everything on Amazon.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah, here's the Cooper Discoverers.
It's cheaper on Amazon. Do you want to see it on there? No.
Looks pretty good.
Don't do that.
It's pretty good though. I mean, they're not bad, they're just skinnier. I want to know what that inside tire is back here, but I think you should get some drop shackles for the back.
What?
Get some drop shackles, lower the back 2 inches so it sits level with the front.
I think it's gonna squat plenty and I'm gonna get airbags.
I don't think it's gonna squat at all.
I've lost count on what I tore.
Alright, so, oh, the dumb black lines. Alright, there we go. So we got this thing pretty cleaned up, like around the edges and whatnot, and over top of each one of these. So I did kind of have this thing sitting outside for a little while. So I'm gonna install this part first, and then I will basically, you put it together as in pieces. I'll put that part on, do the feed, do the drain, and then we'll put the intake tube on, which I need to clean the intake tube out a little bit, as you guys can see. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and then this thing should be all good to go on the truck. Alright, she's fully back together. Now we'll start pulling the turbo off. You can see right there. The best way to get these bolts is through the, basically right there where I'm shining my flashlight. I'll try to move it off a little bit, but this is the easiest way to get these on a non-VGT turbo, and then I'm going to show you the best way that I do them with the VGT turbo, because you'll have a big piece of block here that's in the way, so I'll show you how to do them. But there you go. Here's the two right here. And now all we need to do is take off 12 bolts. All right. Turbocharger is off. Now we just gotta pull it up through the engine bay, which I don't know if I'm gonna film because I don't know where to put you guys. All right, so this is, I had him help, it's over there. So we kind of like pulled it out of this area and it actually fits. This is exactly where I was sitting when we got it out. So, let me jump. But yeah, so you guys can see back there. Not too bad. We had a little bit of an oil leak on this side. This is the clean side of the engine, so not too bad. Let me get all the gaskets out, and we'll go from there. So here's the old one. No, not for sale. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this yet. I mean, I might, I don't know. It was hitting the bottom of something. What was that hitting the bottom? I don't know. I don't know what was down there that was hitting unless it was the shock tower. No idea. Oh well, probably just hitting the shock tower or something, but yeah, I need to go get a gasket for the center section. But yeah, we get this thrown in first, we'll go from there. All right, we got the exhaust housing. All of that is on, everything is torqued, everything's good to go. Yep. All right, so as I was saying, we got this guy on here, so everything is all set up, torqued down, you know, the whole 9 yards. Downpipe is on. Just gotta find a gasket for the center section, and I'll show you guys here. Like, oh, well, look, we already have a gasket. Cool. Boom, done. Don't even need to worry about it. So basically, you're gonna see that this is in front, so you're not gonna be able to get these bolts. So what I do is I leave the front cover off when I'm installing this. Always make sure that is all the way out. There is an adjustment on this, so if you've ever taken this apart, make sure your adjustment is in check. Stupid. So yeah, we're gonna get this slowed on, and I'll show you guys how I get these bolts once it's on. All right, so since mine has a custom drain, it doesn't exactly work the best, but if your turbo is normal, you can get those bolts literally from right here. There, everything is pretty much back together. Turbo's on, manifold, everything is torqued, minus a couple of battery terminals. We got to go throw the bumper on, but somebody's in the way over there. And this guy here, I just got to do the reservoir bottle. So besides those couple of things, she's ready to fire up. So can't wait to get rid of these chintzy battery terminals. So, and these are just like moderately tight because they're gonna come off anyway for the valve springs and the head studs. So I got to figure out how to do the machine work on those. So we'll see, and let's see if we can't get this thing fired tonight. All right, so he got his tires done. What do you guys think? What did you say? 235, 85, 16. Oh, there's plenty of room in between there. So it's kind of weird. It looks like with it actually jacked up in the air, it actually looks pretty level. Maybe you just need to bring the front up a little bit. Drop it down. Now it's gonna.
I like it pretty low.
So that's what I told you. I like it low. I don't know. I can't wait to get my truck. Be here Thursday night, boy. He sprayed this thing with corrosion inhibitor everywhere, so that's what that crap is. But so other than that, yeah. Yep, your star wheel thing is still loose. He's gonna have to get a whole nother AFC housing just to fix that problem, and that kind of sucks.
There's
but
nothing wrong with it, by the way. Don't change the fluids. I just changed them.
Yeah. So this guy, when he bought it, he's like, "It'd be a waste of time for you to change any of the fluids. We just did them." Okay, and the tranny fluid and the rear diff fluid came out in.
The tranny fluid was. The rear diff was done like last month, so that wasn't a big deal. But he's like, we've already negotiated on the price. I'm just gonna change the fluids anyway. No, don't do that. You'd be wasting your time. You. What an asshole.
I'm gonna have to censor half of this, but oh man, what a good time. So he's happy with it so far. Probably try to find I don't know, somebody can locally source a NV 5600 for pretty cheap. We'll switch trannies, but or not, it definitely needs a rear main. If you guys, there's where the rear main's at, so that's a puddle, and then the rest of this is just oil that leaks out over. Yeah, so it goes through plenty of oil. So
Jake, don't hit that.
Tappet cover we're gonna be doing that tomorrow. And yeah, I mean I think he's pretty happy with it. I don't know. You're not doing a cold air intake, are you? You doing a cold air intake, or are we just leaving this baby stock?
I might. But it'll be a minute.
So right now basically we're just doing the essentials. Yeah. Obviously you're not gonna want to tow with this thing with, what was it, 215 horsepower at the crank, which would have been what, 170, 180 horse at the.
It could barely move itself.
I know, I drove it before. It's like I could only imagine towing with it. That's why we did the fun stuff first for you guys, and now we'll go in and do the nitty-gritty bullshit. So, all right, time to see if we can't get this thing started. Oh man, dry start that turbo. Just kidding. All right, let's see. What? Huh, interesting. I thought you said it would start.
You've got smoke coming out.
Of where?
I think you flooded your spark plug.
What?
Smoke coming out.
Of what?
Let me start it.
That's normal. You can have smoke up here.
No, it looks like there's smoke coming from what the fuck we were just doing in there.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
It's just smoke. Oh man, goodness. All right, well.
If you don't want that radiator, just throw it in the truck.
All right. There we go. All right, we're gonna pull it out. Get it out of the shop. All right, so it doesn't idle like on its own yet, which isn't a big deal because we're going to be going through and doing the governor springs and redoing the idle and doing everything. So it's not going to matter anyway. I'm not going to mess with it tonight, but we are going to get this. And what is that?
Milkshake.
That's a milkshake. What is that? No idea. Well, guess we'll start figuring something out. I don't know what that is. All right, found out what it is. I just overfilled the reservoir, not a little bit, by like a lot. So like, here, hold this flashlight here. So like if I were to come down here and just, yeah, you guys can see. Okay, so cool, there's no leaks. It's just the fact that I really overflowed and milkshaked my power steering, which, like I said, not a big deal. So we'll grab a rag quick. I'm thinking, I've been looking at this Cummins beige. Apparently that's a color. I think with the next build, I might actually do some nice things to it. Like, what do you think, Josh? I think, see the beige down there back there? I think I might actually do the Cummins beige and like paint the entire engine on the next build while I'm using this one for work. So make that one nice. And then when that one's nice and I start using that, like kind of like trade off a little bit so we can like kind of get them both nice. But yeah, right now that's just some power steering. So you guys can see right here, I'm gonna try to, I was going up the hill and the exhaust brake kicked on and locked, but I'm gonna show you, we're gonna make a controller for this. I'm gonna have them start it. You're gonna have to hit the throttle, make sure it's in neutral. Make sure it is in neutral. So, start it. Cut it. So yeah, like the exhaust brake came on and locked on for some reason, so which is fine. I got halfway up the hill and it started sounding like a jet. But I want to get this set up to work to the point where I have the super good low end torque at the bottom and, you know, less EGTs up top, and then we have an exhaust brake. So I feel like this will be the perfect setup for this thing. We'll get something working on this, and then we'll move that technology to the other truck, and we'll also HE351VE the other truck. So other than that, yeah, so we're just gonna get this big bumper on, and this is gonna be the permanent bumper on the truck. So we were gonna do the other one, might take that bumper and put it on the other truck, but again, that should be here like the end of Thanksgiving, if not Friday morning. So, which by the way, here's the bad body with the bad frame with the bad bed, and basically took the good body, the good bed that's going to get body work, and the good frame and the good drivetrain. So, and to make that truck. So, anybody wants a good running truck, let's get this bumper on and call it a night. All right, so I got the bumper on. We got the little cord thing in the front and whatnot and everything. So next step, I'm going to be working on his truck, like I said, tomorrow. Look, I'm going to zoom in on him. Look at him over there picking his nose. So we'll be, yeah, so this will be done for a hot minute. We'll work on his stuff, get his stuff done. And then this, the 4K governor springs should be here tomorrow. So I'll end up putting them in probably this weekend. New truck, we got, I don't know what order I'm going to do all this stuff in. So I do want to also start doing the body work, get rid of this ugly pinstripe on, and the Ram 1500 on the door and everything. So we'll see how much of it I get done, but I definitely want to get a lot of this stuff done for the most part. Even if I just get like the sanding part done and maybe a coat of primer or something, I don't know. We'll see. So besides that, I'm going to go home and relax, and he's going to bring me his truck at like 7 or 8 in the morning, and I'll probably be here by 9. That's when I'm going to get here. I'm going to get here at 9 because that's just what I do. And we'll do the tappet cover and go from there. But like I said, truck's done, truck runs. It just doesn't, it doesn't idle. That's because I put the timing to 18 degrees and I never reset anything. And there's no point in trying to set the idle to get it to run when I'm just going to throw new governor springs in it anyway and then retune, do all of that stuff. So he just fell. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to send me some questions you want him to answer, because he's going to be, he'll be getting into this pretty soon, but we got like 4 months. So as I was saying, we have, I'd like to say another 4 months before we get his truck like completely done. And between the parts and the labor and everything, if he were doing this a shop, like everything we're going to be doing is probably worth about 10 grand by the time it's all said and done, because he thinks that he's not going to be doing things that he's going to be ending up doing. So the tires were $1,500. If you were to pay a shop for the stuff that I did, that would have been another $800. Not to mention the tappet cover gasket, you're going to be paying a guy, you know, another $1,000, something like that. So it's like, it's all stuff that adds up that you don't realize, like when you get into an accident. Like with this thing, you don't realize how expensive stuff is, but just to fix my suspension was like $800 to $900. And then, yeah, so that's basically how I look at it. So his truck is going to have a lot of stuff done to it. This truck's going to have a lot of stuff done to it. And then the white truck. White truck's going to be a fun build. What do you think? You excited for white truck?
I didn't really look at it, to be honest.
You only saw one picture, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so. All right, well, that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next video. Sorry I haven't been posting, but we should have plenty of videos to post this week because we're going to be busy as shit. So appreciate you guys. See ya. Real quick, anybody who thinks the truck isn't fast, he just passed me. I was floored. I had a head start and he just went right around.